hearing was free that our client, your client, comes with you. We have counsel to advise us to. And let it also be noted that you are advising the client and not the chair. Matters law, you can tell me a quotation, well, but you will allow him to give us the law facts if there are any. Because you cannot narrate on his behalf.
I am not making any narration, I'm making the reservation that we have, and I was not done speaking with your permission, that the letter of invitation to attend this meeting was from yourself, Mr. Chair, and the same indicated that my client comes with counsel. I don't believe that even the Act itself allows the board to have counsel on record as they proceed. We will take your guidance and the same can go on record.
I think being fair here, there is no party that is restricted to have any legal advice. You know, you cannot also condition us that we just abuse the constitution. We are here having, and the truth is, he's on record and we have recognized that he's there. So anything, any misleading information or anything, then we are liable to that as a board. So we call on assistance or guidance, and all other things are in order. You see, you are here, and we put it clear that the client is allowed to come with a witness or counsel if he feels it's necessary. It was optional and he opted for that.
I'm just making reference to section 23 of your act, which is that let's just have that on record that we have reservations regarding you having counsel present during the proceedings.
Okay, we proceed, and we had receipt of the amended copy which I read, and you have said the part that had been amended is not delegated. I see it signed a page. So we'll go straight to the first allegation that is in the show cause. On gross misconduct, and here we are simply talking about after the impeachment motion of His Excellency the Governor of Nyamira County, Amos Nyaribo, was done. We conducted a voting exercise for and against the motion, and these ballot papers were leaked. And to you, Mr. Clerk, we have provided evidence of the ballot papers being outside the premises of this assembly. And I think for your purposes, this is the ballot papers that we have given it in the evidences that we have given before you. And rightly, the clerk responded by saying that while he was displaying the ballot papers, anyone seated in the gallery or honorable members would have taken a photo. That is the assumption. And on the same note, he denied not to have released any ballot paper. He is the custodian of ballot papers after an election process through which a motion is decided. And therefore, these ballot papers are inside a car. And in that photo, assumably, we have him and a client that we don't know. So how these ballot papers found themselves in a car is also a question that he needs to answer. So that is the first question, and that is its evidence. And the next evidence is a ballot paper done at a photo on a plain ground. Of course, it's not held anywhere, so if it was held anywhere, carried, it's there. It should be there. And its display is not, as per what the clerk was explaining, is not someone holding it here in the premises of the assembly, because there is no other part of it. Also for clarity, if you need those photos in soft copy, we will also provide them because the soft copy will be colored and will provide more detail. So that is on the first allegation, and I would request that we respond. So we start with allegation number 1, so that we finish it and go to allegation number 2. So on that regard, we would request that the clerk is taken through an oath of truthfulness, so that we can proceed before he goes on record.
Mr. Chair, just with your kind permission, my client informs me that he's relying on his response as is and as I shall present on his behalf.
You shall not present on his behalf. We will want raw information from him. You are here as a guide.
That is why you have his
answering
response.
Questions.
That is why you have a response written by him that shall be
and we are challenging the response with our evidences. Kindly, you will also bear with us.
I have instruction.
Because you are becoming a hostile witness to this board.
Kindly restrain your
The chair has ruled that the clerk will respond and will guide him. Thank you. So we start from there, and we want to know how these ballot papers got themselves outside this premise. And I therefore allow that the clerk be taken under oath. You will not be answerable in case of any damage. And the person we are accusing is not you, Wakil. We are accusing the clerk. That is why he's the one to witness here. And off record, we have been having him respond to these issues on media. So the same information, we want it for purposes of record of this house, that it be recorded. That is it. So before clerk utters any word, we will want to have him have an oath of truthfulness, because we will be having this used later against us. You can hand the Bible to the clerk.
Sorry, I want to take oath. But who is administering the oath? When I do it on behalf of assembly, I've been given permission to do it. So who is administering the oath?
Okay.
Thank you.
That is not a problem. We have our deputy clerk that is around, and he can administer the oath, because your role cannot be done.
Fine, I'll go ahead, but deputy clerk has never been accepted to do that.
The truth is, clerk, you will not make our work very hard. In the County Assembly Service Act, now let me refer you to that, so that we are on road together. The County Assembly Service Act, number 21, reads that exercise of functions of a clerk during vacancy or inability. If the office of the clerk is vacant, or if for any reason the clerk is unable to exercise the functions of his or her office, the deputy clerk, or in the absence of the deputy clerk, any other officer in the service appointed by the board may exercise all the functions and duties and powers of the clerk. In this case, we are having a hearing against the clerk. So if you want to frustrate this process that you can give yourself an oath, then that is very wrong, as we sit here. So we are allowing the deputy clerk to come in and give you an oath. And when, in your notice, just as a by the way or a passing statement that will assist us, when we were being sworn in here in the House as members of the County Assembly, all of them, the clerk was not there. And we were given an oath by the deputy clerk. That is why it's called a deputy clerk. Sergeant at Arms, kindly call the Deputy Clerk.
Thank you. If you find that one in order, I will do it. But I want to go in record that one who has never taken an oath.
Clerk, you will go on record after the oath and you will say every other thing.
No, I'm making a statement, then I take an order. I take the oath so that I respond. I am not sure whether one who has never taken an oath can administer the oath. And that one is remaining for interpretation. But for now, for the purpose of this meeting, let me take the way you have decided.
Proceed on oath. You don't have to proceed on oath. You can give an unsworn statement. Yeah.
The oath. The purpose of the oath.
I've given advice to the committee. Yeah. That he can proceed on an unsworn evidence. Your working can advise
okay,
you.
If the client doesn't want to take an oath, it's fine. But it follows on record that he doesn't want to take an oath. You can proceed.
Thank you. I prefer to stand because the tempo is quite high. I'm responding to item number 1, and I want to say this. But again, in record, the letter I have says I can be accompanied by an advocate. And the work of the advocate is sometimes to express what I'm not able to express well. And you have insisted that I should talk. The concern was leaking of confidential information and documents to unauthorized persons outside the precincts of the assembly. In particular, you released ballot papers that were cast in secret during the impeachment motion of His Excellency the Governor Amos Jaribo of Nyamira County Assembly on 3rd of October 2023 to the public, putting the lives of honorable members at risk. This violation of Chapter 6 of the Constitution of 2010 on leadership and integrity, together with the Nyamira County Assembly Standing Order number 10. Standing Order number 10, start from that point, has been referred in relation to ballot papers that were cast in secret ballot during elections during the impeachment motion of the Governor of Nyamira County, His Excellency Amos Jaribo, on 3rd October 2023. The third standing order of the County Assembly Nyamira states as follows, standing order number 10. Standing order number 10, Chairman. Immediately the results are declared, all the ballot papers used in the elections of a speaker shall be packed and sealed in the presence of the County Assembly and kept in the custody of the clerk for 6 months and shall thereafter be destroyed. These are ballot papers of the elections of the speaker that shall be kept in safe custody for 6 months and thereafter destroyed. But today we are talking about impeachment ballot papers, if you can refer them like that, impeachment ballot papers. When I look at the procedure of removal of governor by impeachment, that is standing order number 62, going through it one by one up to the last one, which is number 7. Nothing is talked about the custody of those ballot papers. What is talked about is that when the motion has been passed by 2/3 of all members of the County Assembly, the Speaker shall inform the Speaker of the Senate as of that resolution within 2 days. Within our standing orders, I do not have any direction on how to have the custody of such papers. Point number 1. Number 2, for correction, of course. Number 2, as I prefer that. Secondly, I am concerned if I am accused of having having released to the public, and I've been given a picture here. I wish to know who this one is. Where are they taken? And by who? Secondly, there's another one you showed. Who took it? Which camera? Yes. And who took it? Which camera? Who exposed it to the public? And whose parrot paper is this? Because this parrot paper can be made by anybody else. The computers are there, the papers are there, it can be done. Thirdly, if they went to the public, who is the public in this case? Anybody beyond the presidents of the county assembly is referred in our standing orders as the public. So I stand here to say, I want to be told whose parrot paper is this. I want to be told which camera sent it out or photographed here, and finally, who sent it out. In your communication to me, Honorable Chair, you have said that I am putting the lives of the members at risk. It is time to ask, who was threatened? Who was put at risk? And if you were put at risk, the first thing when you are threatened is to report to the police station, pick an occurrence, say, it's called an OB, so that we could have here in reference, somebody has been threatened. But finally, as I'll put it here in my writing, I did not release those parrot papers to the public. I wish also to make a statement that this issue is coming 9 months after the exercise. Is there genuineness in that? I'm not sure. Nobody ever complained around that time that the papers are out there, have been threatened. Why is it coming 9 months later? And I want to ask, where are the originals of these ballot papers? If the speaker's elections takes 6 months and then you are advised to destroy, I don't know what I'm supposed to do with the impeachment ballot papers of any officer. It is never spelled out in any law, particularly because you took us to the standing orders. It's not said what I'm supposed to do. But in essence, I want to be very clear and categorical. I did not release these ballot papers at whatever time to the public. And the issue of dividing who is the public is within the legal framework. Thank you.